I came to a powerful realization today while scrubbing my shower. Sometimes I clean when I'm nervous and I feel a little out of control. So, what do? I control my outer world. My shower has been my shower for a couple weeks and I haven't cleaned it. I was trying to find something to do that was short term to alleviate some tension about something else that I felt powerless about. This is a fantastic way to learn about yourself. So while I was scrubbing, my mind went to a thought. I have a tile guy coming to fix some grout on the ceiling for that shower. And I thought, ooh, if he comes here and sees the hard water stains, he's going to judge me. And then I just giggled because I'm like, who cares? But then I say, well, I care. And then I'm like, well, why do I care? So this is Jill Naraki. This is the power of the exhale. Take a breath. We do things like this and we don't even know why. I'm telling you that the power is in the why. The power is in the awareness. The power is in knowing what makes us tick. Because if we know what makes us tick, we become so powerful that people that like to manipulate can no longer even affect us. The world can do crazy things, and we can sit in ourselves and say, ooh, why does that affect myself? Instead of reacting to the world. So it isn't that injustices are not happening all around. When you get to know yourself, and not in judgment, but just in curiosity and awareness and acceptance, this is what makes us powerful. So back to the shower. As I'm scrubbing, I'm thinking, this person's probably not even thinking about my shower. And then I thought, well, why do we clean when we have a party? Or if we know someone's coming over, what is the thing we do? If someone is coming over, what do? We straighten, we tidy. We are worried about judgment from someone else who doesn't live in our life, but we've probably lived with the clutter and whatever we're cleaning up for the last how many months or years or whatever without a problem. So why all of a sudden does it bother us? It bothers us because we're worried about what someone else thinks, but yet we think we're fine with it. Obviously, whatever we're cleaning up, we do not think is fine, but we just ignore. So we do that with our emotions. We do that with our beliefs. We do that with our truths in life. But because it's such a daunting task, it's kind of like trying to clean up something that we just go, oh, I'm not going to even go there because I don't know where to start. I don't know what to do. It's too overwhelming. So, hey, oh, I'm going to look over there. How about I get busy doing something else that looks really pretty? I put another degree on my name. I have some more credentials. I learn another skill. I take up a new exercise of some sort, or I eat some other food to make me feel really good. Okay, not that any of that is bad, but the underlying, if you go deep, 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 theme to all of us is what we do with those emotions, our beliefs, the thoughts that we hold next to our heart that are kind of ridiculous. So, whenever you're tidying because somebody's coming over, you fix your hair or something because you want to look more presentable, ask yourself in a moment of quiet, if we do not sit in the quiet of ourself, we do not discover that. When we get busy scrubbing grout, when we get busy tidying, when we get busy trying to accomplish something, yeah, that's fantastic. It gives us a moment's relief from our own minds. But when we sit and we feel kind of uncomfortable, That is where the power lies. When we sit there and we discover ourselves, we become our own Jacques Cousteau about our own inner world, our why. So why am I worried about judgment from somebody that's coming to see me, to visit me, because they didn't see my bathroom? They liked me without knowing that. Would they like me if they did see it? I'm not going to take that chance, so I'm going to clean it up. Or, they see me outside of my house. Are they going to judge me on how I live? Am I judging myself how I live? I think we are, but like I said, we'll turn a blind eye. We look at a pile and then we walk away, and it's exhausting because we actually are shielding. We are actually using brain power to ignore something. So we do this with so much in our lives, and it's exhausting. And then we go out into the world and we can't bring our best self out there, and then we get upset at somebody driving poorly. We have to expel some of our frustration. And that frustration is usually at ourself that we just haven't looked at. Once again, this is not about blame. This is not about judgment. This is curiosity. And this is, how do we enhance this life, this one chance that we have to walk this earth? How do we not want to sequester ourselves from other people because they annoy us? Granted, I am an introvert. I love nature. If you can see behind me, this is my recharge. But when I recharge in things that fulfill me, and when I spend time with knowing my why, also spending time in nature, it helps me bring my best person forth in this world. I can interact with the world from an authentic place that is not wounded, or from the barriers I put up about the judgment I placed on myself in the house. It is all related. Sometimes our judgment has nothing to do with our environment. It has to do with our past behaviors or reactions. Sometimes those judgments were placed on us by somebody else who judged them. So sometimes we're holding a judgment about ourselves that we don't even believe, but it worked for someone else that we loved. And so then we put it into our world. And at the time, it seems like it's working for us, but we're exhausted. We want to try a new something to make us feel better. The only thing we are not doing is understanding ourselves. So the power of the exhale is an invitation to do what we haven't done just because we haven't. No judgment. Our generation and our society doesn't really understand that well. We call it woo-woo or spirituality. It's wisdom. We have wisdom inside of us that is so untapped. I am discovering something new every day. So something I thought of this morning as I was, okay, there's my dog. We'll give him a moment. That's Oscar. He's my biggest teacher. He does not have any armor against the world. He's just always himself, whether anyone thinks he's pleasant or not. And he just is. We have higher thinking. We have the ability to alter our world to enhance this experience. So back to the shower, back to scrubbing, back to worrying about what people judge me by, even though I was fine with living with it until I knew someone was coming over. It just sounds crazy. So where does it come from? Sometimes, who knows? But does it serve us? Do we want to operate from that space anymore? Not really. So we like to declutter. We like to show people that we're not cluttered, but our minds, our emotions, our souls are so cluttered. Like I said, this isn't judgment. It's awareness. It's awareness. If you have stain on a carpet, do you know how to clean it unless you know what it is? Do you YouTube what you have to do to clean it? Absolutely. Okay, all of a sudden we have problems with interacting with people. We're so tired of being tired. We're tired of going out in the world and we see all the things that irritate us about what other people are doing. We want people to stop misbehaving so we feel comfortable. Do you know that that is actually an inability to be aware of our own emotions and to regulate ourselves? Please stop so I feel better. I want the sun to shine so I'm happy today. We don't need to do that anymore. And this is just an invitation for you to explore yourself, to sit in that world. A lot of times it feels really awful, and we as humans hate sitting in discomfort. We want everything else to stop feeling uncomfortable so we can feel comfortable. How about this? What if we are comfortable just because we are, because we did our work? And I hate the word work because work seems like a lot of effort for someone else. But this is just sitting, journaling. I was able to dissect what I was doing in my brain while I was scrubbing my tile, because other times I have been able to sit quietly and wonder about my why. So I just invite you to come there with me in your own way. This makes us powerful in this world. So there are people that love to manipulate. I don't care why right now, that's not the purpose of this. There are other people who want to just love. They don't want anyone to hurt like they did in their life. So they want to make everybody's world better for them, for other people. They feel depleted, but yet they want to do more of it, but they just don't understand why they feel so kind of ambiguous about it. And then they meet somebody who zeroes in on them. You wear all your vulnerabilities on your sleeve. And sometimes I don't like the word vulnerable, because vulnerable in my lifetime was considered weakness. Vulnerable means you're open. And it is a courageous act to be vulnerable. But if we don't understand about ourselves, our triggers, our own insecurities, our own judgments on ourselves, someone else who likes to manipulate will find that thing and use it to the best of their ability. So the power of the exhale is to make you unshakably you, to be so confident in yourself because you know yourself. Think about a skill that you've learned. It could be anything from baking, cooking, your job. What do? You find out as much as you can about that. If you are trying to fix something, you will look up endless YouTubes about it. If you're trying to decorate your home, you will do endless YouTubes and look for things on how to make it look the way you've envisioned. But we spend zero time on our insides. And then we look to the people in our lives to say, I want you to make me feel better. Please, I want some time to myself. Please stop acting that way so I feel better. It doesn't work that way. We have to look inside. There's so many resources to do that, but the one resource that we all have is to be quiet, to focus on our breath, to be aware of the thoughts. Don't own all of them. Can't do that. Thoughts come in, thoughts come out. The thoughts that come in and stick are our beliefs. Our beliefs shape our decisions and our actions, and they shape our truths. So we are actually choosing everything that is in our life. There's a quote, and I don't know who said it, but whatever we are not changing, we are choosing. And when I say change, it doesn't mean something's wrong with us. It just means we can enhance this life. We have that power within us. Try it. What do you have to lose? I had never done it. I had talked about journaling. I had talked about meditation, which meditation seems daunting. Sitting quietly, Just breathing, being aware of your body in your chair, in your bed, wherever you are. Maybe journaling about those thoughts. They're very uncomfortable at first if you're not used to stillness. But the magic that happens in being aware of you. Oh, why do I feel about that? Why do I feel that way? I don't know. Okay, no judgment. Don't have to know, but it's an awareness. Why do I enjoy nature? And then I can say, well, it's beautiful even when it's ugly. A tree doesn't look at itself and say, oh, if my branch was a little straighter, then I would be better. It just is. And the tree enhances the whole area around it just by its being. We are the same. We separate ourselves from nature because somebody said we are not nature. How is that? If I was born on this earth, just as much as the worm, as the bird, as the snake, as the tree, why am I different? We are nature. We have been given higher thought. And my thinking is that we have been given higher thought not to sabotage ourselves, which is what we end up doing, or sabotage others because we can't look at ourselves, but to be stewards of this beautiful earth and our beautiful body that we rip on constantly for not being something it was 10 years ago. But think about 10 years ago. Did you actually like your body then? Most likely there could have been something that you wanted to improve then. So it just becomes minutia and clutter in our brain. So sitting in the quiet, focusing on our breath, being still, accepting ourselves, all our uglies, things that we judge as ugly. Do you know what? We are here and we are in this present moment because of every single experience, every thought, every decision, good, bad, ugly. To me, I don't even like the opposites. They all are. They all are us. They are me. We apologize when we have hurt someone. We weren't acting out of love. We were acting out of our pain. And whenever we make a decision or act out of our pain, we're going to make a bad decision. And then we want someone else to act better to help us feel better. Stop, please. Just accept yourself. Apologize when necessary. Reassess over and over for everything without making yourself crazily tired about it. But you do that by sitting in your quiet, sitting with your beautiful self. Take a breath a few times a day, but in every situation, when you see something triggering you, kind of tuck it back and go, why? Write it down. It's very amazing what comes out of that. Never with judgment, just with love. You want to enhance this experience of life on this earth. You want to be someone that you see out in the world that can handle anything. Or when they don't, they call themselves out and say, I need a nap. I need a break. They don't look to somebody else to blame. They handle it. And you know why? Because they're aware. So being emotionally aware is something that I didn't grow up learning because my parents didn't grow up learning and their parents. But in this world, that is our power. If we don't have awareness of our own emotions and how we react in this world, someone else has a huge opportunity to manipulate us. Or you can be someone who wants to manipulate someone else because you haven't dealt with your own stuff. So I just welcome you. My name is Jill Naraki. This is The Power is in the Exhale. Sit with yourself quietly. No judgment. Love where you're at. Love who you are right now. That doesn't mean you don't want to enhance this life by learning something new. but acceptance and love and awareness. We need to be aware so we're not depleted at the end of the day and then blaming someone else for our depletion. Truth is a tough one to sit with. This society likes to cover it up with prettier makeup, body enhancements, new clothes. Yeah, those things are great. The power lies right here within, and it is in unexplored territory. This generation has the opportunity to look within, to explore, to love, and to enhance their life. Thank you so much. I hope you join me with the powers in the exhale to walk with this in this world with a softer wake and to go forth with love. It's worth it, and so are you. Thank you.